How's it going, everybody? This is Andrew Krause here. Today I'm going to show you guitar again for another popular song that most of you have probably heard. Today we're going to be going over Wishing Well by Juice WRLD. Super cool alternative meets hip-hop sound. I really enjoyed the music of Juice WRLD. It's unfortunate that we lost a musician so young. But without further ado, let's get after it. So I made a rendition of this track, or I basically recreated it with both instruments from Logic, so that I can showcase the music theory from this song. And then I also recorded the guitar on it. So we're going to talk about the guitar today. There's basically two separate parts that happen right from the beginning of the song. And then there's two subtle parts for the next section, and then we have that repeat basically. So let's go ahead and we'll listen to the beat, and I'll play along, and then I'll break down what's going on. Cool. Let me play those parts just on their own. Didn't play it perfectly with the song. So before I do that, let's talk a little bit about the theory. This song is in the key of C major. The relative minor of C major is A minor. When we look at the actual MIDI from the song, that's going to be pretty cool, because that means we're only using the white keys on a piano. But on the guitar, all the frets look the same. Now, that makes the guitar easier to transpose, meaning if I could play this riff here, I could move up 2 frets and play the same thing, which is an example of how the guitar enables transposing. But one of the difficult things about the guitar is just knowing our note names. So essentially, the notes that I'm playing in the first riff are E, F, C, and then A, E, and then that repeats E, F, C, and then A, E. Now I'm using these notes from basically, you could think of it as your C major shape, which is parallel to your A minor pentatonic. So if I fill out that scale, we have these notes, 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 8, then 5, 7, 8. Cool. So those are the notes in both our A minor scale and our C major. But if I start from C, or the 5th fret on the G string, and I play down that scale, it's going to sound like a major scale. Alright, so those are the notes we need in the beginning. Then the actual technique. This song is at 150 beats per minute, or 75 depending upon how you're counting it. And what that means is, and we're playing 8th notes, so that's pretty quick. So the way a guitar player is going to play this is either alternate picking, so with the pick that goes down, up, down, up, down, up. That's what I'm doing. Another way to play that speed with the fingers would be doing something like thumb, index, down, up, or perhaps classical guitar, like index, middle, index, middle, index, middle. Whatever you need to hit the strings in time. All right, so that sounds like this, slow. One more time. Cool. The only other weird thing about is counting this, so I'll play it really slow. So I'm playing 8th notes, but we're playing 3 of each of those, so it's 3 E's, 1, 2, 3, 3 F's, and then 10, I guess, of our C, and And then we get the which that count is, I guess, 6 of the E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Cool. So it's some weird counting. How I suggest learning something like this is just by ear. If you've heard the song enough, we're only playing 4 different notes, so your ear will start to hear where they change. And then past that, you want to get used to playing the steady 8th notes. So you might want to play along and play just the 8th notes, just to get a feel for the timing. And then you can try to switch the notes. So one more time, I'll play that with the song. Stop it there. Let's look at the next riff. Now, again, a really cool part about the guitar is that we can play the same thing multiple ways, because you'll actually find that we have overlapping notes. So, for instance, I could play a G here, and I could also get that same G here. Alright, so I could play the riff up here, and then it's A, C. Alright, so that's one option. The way I was playing this was up here at 12th position, so I can use different fingers. Better that way. So I'm starting on the 12th fret G string, 13th fret B, 15th fret B, 17th fret B. Oh, I guess I skipped the 15th. So 13, 17, 15. Alright, so it's 2 of those, with the extra 13, the C, on our way when we repeat. So slow it is. Here's the ending. G, A, C, E. And then there's an extra little C in there, a stutter. So together that sounds like this. Nice. All right, the final thing, I guess 2 things that we're hearing. That first riff where I was showing you it here on the B string, we get a parallel octave. What that means is there's a lower guitar playing that would be recorded separately. So that's starting on E on the D string, which is 2nd fret. And that would go like this. That's what we get there. And then finally, the only other thing, I hear it's quite buried, but in that next part, this riff, we hear subtle chords. There's some EQing happening there that I'm going to talk about in the main song analysis. But basically, we're hearing a C, C, and then an F, C. I think it's really just the power chords. So if you're familiar with your power chords, I'm basically playing for C power chords. C is my root, which is 3rd fret on the A string. And then I'm adding 5 on the D and 5 on the G. Sounds like that together. Super, super common chord. A C5, a C power chord. Most of you probably have played that before. Basically C twice, and the F, C, and that's buried. Cool. So I'll play along and I'll play the lower parts of it, the other two parts. One more time. Nice. Then we get the piano takes over. And basically, the structure of this song, we're just playing those parts on the guitar, and it repeats. So after that intro, we get a 16-bar verse. Then we come back to this section, which basically becomes the hook. Yeah. So anyway, I'll link to my book below. I'll give you my contact information if you have any questions. I'm going to try to create a tab for this as well. Thanks for bearing with me. It's obviously, this is the beginning of my channel, so I'm still sorting through all the how to do some of the more technical stuff since I am a musician and not a video editor. But anyway, I'm always welcome to feedback. If you found this helpful, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications to know when I make a video next. And I guess since there's nothing else, I will see you next time. I hope this helped. Rock on.